Moving right along to our fifth video and the third concept that I want to speak to you about. This is the third method. So why is it important? Why is it an important method for leveraging the playing field? Networking, that is. Well, gone are the days, especially for right now, when we can go out and mix and mingle after hours at maybe a happy hour. So it's hard to find people, locate them, and hand out our business cards and introduce ourselves, especially with the pandemic going on. But networking is still very, very active. We just need to be a little bit more creative in how we go about it. So networking allows you access to opportunities you may not be able to find on your own. Your network has the potential to provide you with that insight into different career fields and also share with you information on what potential employers might be looking for and give you some advice on how you can improve yourself professionally. So your network can really be a valuable asset to you. And what I have shared with you thus far, you realize that you can do every one of these items and not pay a dime. Networking can be done online through social media and Facebook groups and different things like that. So you're not restricted to having to pay for any of these. You can update your own resume. You can go out there and do the assessments. I pointed out there's several of them out on the internet. But let's look at networking a little bit further. So I know that networking is predominantly done right now with social media since we're in the midst of a pandemic. But that's not still the only way. There's still lots going on out there with Zoom meetings and webinars. So keep those in mind. You might want to engage in some of those. And keep in mind your extracurricular activities, your religious affiliations that you might be involved in, social clubs, if you play golf, if you play dominoes on a Friday night. These are all groups that you can still be meeting with and actively consider them part of your network. You just need to kind of think of it in a different way. So one of the most frequently lit person that is missed would be your family and friends and relatives, so be sure that you share with them that you are looking for work or wanting to transition to a new career. Some that are really overlooked are the gym, daycare pickup lines, children's school, talk to the teacher, the principal, and professional organizations that you might belong to. So what we're doing is we're just taking our everyday life and looking at the opportunities that come to us on an everyday basis. Even the mailman, you could share with them that you're looking for work. It used to be a taboo, like I said. We just didn't want to share this information. But now with the aid of the computer and so many companies laying off and furloughs, it's not an uncommon thought to share with someone and let them know that you were looking for work. So what is networking? Networking is the action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional or social contacts. And how do you go about it? Well, you're going to have to come out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to reach out. You need to be authentic and true to yourself. Be considerate, but ask for it. Ask for information. Ask people if they have any job leads for you. Be considerate, be specific in your request. What exactly are you looking for? And tap into those strong ties that you already have. Think about where you are wanting to go and where you want that next step to be. So there again, that goes back to the planning stage. But most importantly, make the process of networking a priority. It really has to come to the forefront now. So what else should you be doing? Well, there's another little trick that I'd like to pull out for you, and that is called send out a letter of interest. Now, that's not the same as a cover letter. A letter of interest is different. A letter of interest you send to your target company, letting them know that you're interested in working for them and seeing if they have any potential job opportunities available. So, you go to the company's website at XYZ and there's just nothing there that, you're interested in. But you still can send them a letter of interest, letting them know about you. So it's set up a little bit different in the format, But it's not just another fancy cover letter. It really has its own intention. So, a cover letter is a letter you send with your resume when you're applying for a specific job or for a specific time, whereas a letter of an interest can be sent at any time, whether or not the company is actively hiring and isn't sent in response to a specific job opening. So, do your research out there. Find out places that you really, really want to go to work or you want to change your career to that place. So, where should you look? I've already shared, so let's move on to the next slide. This is your case study. This is the next case study, and this is Peter. Of course, this is not Peter's real name, but he's worked for the same hospital for over 12 years, but he's not made chief of staff, so he's feeling a little frustrated. And it doesn't look like he's going to make chief of staff because there's someone next in line or someone that has to retire before that can happen. He's finding that his caseload is still real heavy as a physician, but he's just getting discouraged and he doesn't feel like going into the office anymore. What should Peter be doing? Well, the obvious answer is networking. Like I pointed out, networking should be done the minute you start your job to the minute that you are getting ready to retire. Networking never hurt anyone, and it's typically a free thing that we can do, and it really does help us to stay engaged with what the market expects. I actively suggest to my clients that they go on at least one job interview per year, even if they're not actively looking, because it just helps keep you sharp in your skills. So that is a little bit about networking, and we will be moving on to the next slide. So I will see you in just a few.